A good orgasm for a woman is a wrinkle away. My husband can have a weak erection. When he starts having sex, the guy comes before he enters. But also you. Sometimes your pussy is too dry. You as a married woman, you want to be turned on, to be made wet, to also be made calm. A friend man, that's not your sister. If you've not touched her today, tomorrow, a week, 2 weeks, there's a problem. And you, my sister, if your man does not touch you for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's a big problem. The Bible says that there's more to sex than just mere skin on skin. That's 1 Corinthians 6:16.
Hello, you're welcome once again to this YouTube channel. My name is Beatrice Chimpi. This is the space where we talk about everything marriage, parenting, motherhood, finance, wealth, health, beauty and fashion, and everything around that. If this is the kind of content that you're looking for, please consider subscribing, share, like, comment, and let's grow together. The secrets to lifelong passion and intimacy in marriage. And to discuss this wonderful topic, I'm joined by a great man, a sex therapist, Bryan Ssemanda. I'll let him introduce himself. You're welcome, Bryan.
Thank you, Beatrice. Bryan Ssemanda, my name. I'm grateful to be here. I am a sex therapist, yes. I love sex passionately. Intimacy drives me a lot. So wherever there is sex and intimacy and wellness, I am happy to be. So stay here. We're going to have a rolling day.
Thank you.
Bless you. Yeah.
Thank you. Choosing this topic, many of us in our lives or in the journey of marriage, Bryan, we start off with this passion. You don't even know where the switch comes from. Your husband can even come back from work, leave the boss's work just to come home and, be intimate with their partner. And then as, life goes on, I don't know what causes the loss of the intimacy and the passion. But what if this fire has gone away? What are some of the tips that you will help us with to help us, regain this passion and, You
see, because it's a natural thing and it's a lifestyle thing. Usually, I don't want people to be under pressure because what kills the passion most of the times? You see, sex is an energy, and sex being an energy that that comes from within, not pretense. That's why when we're in a marriage, for example, as women, so many things change about your body. The hormones start flaring. Even men as well, as they grow older, so many things keep changing. So the driver of this energy starts lowering down. When you were at 21, 25, when you just got married, your body was put together. After a few babies, your breasts ran, which they must because they've been breastfeeding. The same thing, your tummy now is marked with the scars of victory and heroism. You know what I mean?
And having some layers.
Some layers of glory. So it might change. So because we have all these changes that happen to our body, they also change our drive and intimacy. The men naturally men are moved by what they see. And women are more emotional to this. So to me, when it comes to intimacy, mainly in marriage, mainly long time, 70% is not what you do, but how you make each other feel. See, if I don't make you feel good, intimacy will die. Naturally. And then with women, it comes along because you're totally emotional in everything. Maybe the guy has been moving around, you notice some side dishes there and there, so your energy for him dies. But my advice to lots of women lately, when it comes to these things of sexuality and infidelity mixed up together, you got to make a decision. If you make a decision to stay, stay. And that means stay in everything. Women, when it comes to the passion in marriage, it dies as time goes on because of what has been happening. He has done things to you. He has probably not even apologized about so many of them. You keep on getting more and more stuff. And then it dies. Because women naturally are emotional. You put your emotion into it. By the time you marry someone, you really love them. By the time you marry someone, you've thought through the whole processes. Time comes and they do things you don't like. Which is supposed to be a normal. Love yourself. If you want to really understand intimacy and passion and keeping it longer, first love yourself. Because if you love yourself, the determination of your happiness is not going to be based on what he does. you should be happy whatever he does. So if your happiness is going to be dented because you suspect he's hitting on another girl and you choose not to be happy, your body will not give you what you want.
Okay.
Now, it's a very hard nut to crack. What I'm talking about is very hard for many people. Though lately, I teach something called bitchiness. You know, you got to be a bitch in marriage for you to really enjoy it.
I know.
The bitchiness comes into a place where you know, this man has annoyed me. But man, I need some sex also for my life. Let me just give him some. Let me just make him crazy. I'm gonna give it to him harder because it's my passion as well. A good orgasm for a woman is a wrinkle away. Every orgasm. So because you also get to know that, it doesn't matter what he has done.
Okay.
So driving your passion or keeping it longer, start loving yourself.
Start loving yourself.
Don't do it for the man.
Don't do it.
Because most women think sex is a chore for men. Let me just give it. Don't give him. Give it yourself.
Yeah.
That's the beginning place. Because if you start thinking about yourself, how much you need. Meanwhile, these things come more from women.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. Of course, men also get. You see, men are happy elsewhere. He realizes you're not giving it to him as he expects. You're gallivant. Even if he's a pastor.
Yes.
Some pastors see worshippers who lift holy hands up and they're like, hey, what's that? And then, meanwhile, madam at home, you go home, you're putting your baby's diaper or kapale on top, and then he looks at you, you're wearing a company t-shirt of something. There's no sexiness there.
Tying a lace around yourself.
You're tying a lace around, so you look like his mother.
Yeah.
So because it has died, it goes home, it goes to work. This kagal is being fun. Even though he's a pastor, he's at the worshipper. The worshipper comes, hello, Pastor Ssemanda, good morning. Smelling good, smelling fresh.
Very put together.
Look at the cleavage. Now you home, even though you are breastfeeding, pump that breast.
I know. Pump.
Look sexy. Because sexiness is not how you look. It's a state of mind. I know. Wow. So after loving yourself means you're going to put things together. Okay. There's a guy who told me, Brian, I don't know what's wrong with my wife. When the moment she comes home, she removes the wig that makes her look good. She rubs off that old makeup and lipstick, and she looks like a grandmother at home. Now, when she's going out, she dresses killer. I'm like, why does she do that? So this is where the problem is. After you've loved yourself, keep the vibe.
Keep the vibe. Keep
the vibe. Like, so we take things for granted. Because it's your husband, he's used to your funny nakedness, your funny body. You don't wear that good stuff for him. Intimacy is going to die.
I know.
If you don't want to die, look hot. Why do you want to look good on the show? And when he's away, you wash up your makeup, your lipstick, your cracked lips, you're just wearing those things. Where is the intimacy going to come from? Now he goes out, and this worship leader comes up very put, because they come when they're ready. He goes to work, these girls come already. Intimacy will die because he has a lot to compare with. Yes. After you've put those two together, remember, sex is a lifestyle. Do not prepare for it. The pressure that comes with preparation, anxiety kicks in. You're like, oh God, what am I going to do? There's a woman who told me, Brian, every time I think about sex, I get goosebumps. I feel like I'm losing my breath. I was like, why? Because I know I'm dry. I know I don't feel it. I'm like, you know why? You know why you don't feel it? It is because you've chosen to live a lifestyle of pretense. Prepare yourself on a regular. Live a sexy lifestyle on a daily basis. Beatrice, when you wake up in the morning and you know, I have pussy, I have a dick in the house, you got to be ready for it. Why do you want to remember when it's time for bed? Oh God, I have a husband. There's a woman who called me, hey Brian, do you have something to make me wait? I'm really going home, but I don't know. You didn't get the pussy yesterday. You didn't get it yesterday. You have it every day. So if you have it every day, that means every morning you wake up, you have to do it. Why do you leap up and then you don't pussy up? Every day you lip sticking. Pussy up also. Like do something. Do something about it so that your intimacy, for women most of the times, it's how your body feels. Do not prepare when you're going. That kills that. That brings anxiety. Be ready all the time. Okay. Because if you want to be sexy, sexiness is how you feel about yourself. So if you keep on feeling good, there's no way you're not going to feel good about giving it to him. Okay. For us men, time comes when we get bored. And if you handle boredom like men, I've seen girls telling me, you know, Brian, my husband can have a weak erection. When they start having sex, the guy comes before he enters. And when you ask him what's wrong, I'm on pressure also. But also you. Sometimes your pussy is too dry. I have to put saliva to move.
So it's a conflict already.
So it's like, there's nothing to look forward. Meanwhile, for you, when you grow older, remember sex is a two-way section. You as a married woman, you want to be turned on, to be made wet, to also be made calm. There's a girl out there who comes when she's wet already.
She's already ready.
She comes ready wet, she turns herself on, and she comes. So when he compares, it's like, one tuli kukaf.
So Bryan, if you're talking about lifestyle, what I've learned is sex is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's not something that you go to do just because the time has come for it. It's something that you prepare the whole entire time. So what are some of the things that women or men can do to get ready or prepare for that time?
Yeah, like I said, after you realize, because we have different problems. I have women who say, Bryan, me, I'm always wet. I have no problem with wetness. But I just don't want to give him because he has annoyed me. Like I said earlier, anger is not what has happened to you. Anger is a reflection of what you've been carrying in your heart.
Okay.
When you wake up in the morning, Beatrice, you applied your lipstick. What did you apply down?
Nothing.
You just washed and went.
Nothing.
Pussy leaves. Pussy is natural.
Okay.
But as you grow older, like I told you earlier, your hormones keep changing. There's nothing natural about sex. You got to do something about it. Drink something. Drink some senna leaves. I have a product called Ebony. Drink something. Like keep sipping on something to keep you flowing. Get some okra. Get some, different things. Ladies' mantle. Whenever, wherever. Take some. Detoxify. You find somebody who literally lives on junk. You've not taken any water. Your pussy sick, infections. You're wearing those silly knickers of yours that keep your pussy stanky. Guy comes and you're like, then you have been probably shaving. Your pussy looks like a frog. It looks old. You've not done proper work to it. So because it's a lifestyle, I have to look. It's like chicken. If you boil it, people will eat. If you spice it up, people will eat. If you grill it, people will eat. If you roast it, they'll eat. Now you're here boiling chicken every day. He goes somewhere and they give him chicken tikka masala. Because like, Jesus. So he comes back, there's a totally different story. So, like I said, do something about it. The same thing goes to men. This body is like a car. You fuel your car when you're going for work. You service it. When do you service your body? Because intimacy, you can never be intimate when you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
Even the girls are, Bryan, I want, but I can be too dry. I have some infection. I am too dry, not even a feeling like this, but I really, really want him to enjoy. That's where the processes are. So these things have both the physical, the mental, and then the healthy bit of the story. There's a very thin line between how good your pussy is to how your health is.
True.
If you wake up in the morning, or you go to work and remove your knicker and it's still dry, you have a problem. Pussy must be wet all the time.
Wow.
So the thing is, in your wake-up call to intimacy, first take care of your body very well. This is going to be an automatic thing. Because you can't say, I fueled my car. I'm going to be honest. You're confident you have fuel. Even if there is jam, you'll be like, oh, I have jam. The same thing, wake up in the morning, take your mug of water, put it with some alkaline, cut celery, cut cucumber. Be ready every time.
Okay.
Don't be like an armed soldier.
Yeah.
If you're married, that's not your brother. My friend, man, that's not your sister. If you've not touched her today, tomorrow, a week, 2 weeks, there's a problem. And you, my sister, if your man does not touch you for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's a big problem. Someone else is helping you, or the marriage is dying. The Bible says that there's more to sex than just mere skin on skin. That's 1 Corinthians 6:16. If there's more to sex than just mere skin on skin, sex being a spiritual thing, once your sex dies, you're spiritually disconnecting.
True.
Sex is a spiritual connection. It's the closest thing like worship. So if this worship that keeps you together is broken, where's the relationship?
There's nothing.
Woman, every man who comes to you, while he's talking to how cute you are, the second thing is like, how good is the pussy down there? So because I want that thing, it's why I brought you here, that is one.
And when a man, all of us, I'm a woman, when a woman looks at a man, they imagine that dick is looking the same way he looks. Even the men, if they see a woman dressed smartly and looking good, the expectation is really high.
Exactly.
And then you end up going
being disappointed
to marriage and being disappointed.
I'm going to tell you, sorry, we are in church, we're in a church setting. If I had power, I would tell people, please test before. I said if I had power.
If you had power.
Yes, but we are in church.
Yeah.
Just please test before. You know why many Christian marriages are dying? They take things for granted. These are things you guys push under the shelf.
Yeah.
There's a session I was at and they were doing premarital counseling. They call me for premarital counseling for people who are getting married, mainly the sex topic. For us, they don't talk about that. They tell us worship, pray. There are things you don't pray for. You can't pray for a dick to get up. You can't pray for orgasm. Young man, you cannot fast and give a girl orgasm. You have to give it to her. Be proactive. Now, because we are in a nature where sex has not been given attention, mainly in church, they call it a sin. Sex is not a sin, it's a good thing. That's why many Christian marriages are happy. These guys started having it before they got married. By the time they marry, they know. I have people come to me, Brian, we never touched, but there is nothing as horrible as this guy's sex. You know, the girl was virgin, but she can know that this sex is horrible. She was like, hey, people talk about good things. Me, I've never had that experience.
So, Brian, you've talked about lifestyle. My mind is on lifestyle. In church, people have given up on lifestyle. When you tell someone they're going to the gym, they are spending. They are going out with a husband, maybe to watch any band music, they are being too secular. They are going to see a sex therapist. They should pray. Why, you know, why that? Do you think also people in marriages, I'll talk about Christian marriages because this is what I'm very passionate about. Do you think, this I see, people spend most of their time not having time for each other. Like Brian, literally, the people work from January to December, but they never have time for me time for him and, you know, to rejuvenate their passion. Date nights, nothing.
Now you see, the problem we have is mainly our churches. Why would you go for prayer meetings, prayer conferences, but you don't have an outing conference with your man?
With your man.
You women, your first ministry is your husband. And you church people have a problem. You honor your pastor more than you honor your husband. Where is your prayer going to be answered from?
Know.
You see a pastor being nice to the church, but very mean at home. So this woman looks at you preaching and quoting scripture, but how you don't even quote a clear scripture. Let me tell you, if women disrespect a man who can't make them come, disrespect a man who cannot make them sexually active. If a woman loses sexual interest in you, most of the time the relationship is dying. So, because we have church businesses, you see a guy, from Monday to Monday, pastor is in church. Church, Sunday comes, you spend a whole day at church. You come back tired, where are you going to? You've been working Monday to Friday. Where are you going to do that? Create time. We have to create time. You know, moments. Just watch a movie, bring a movie together. So the thing is, intimacy dies when you don't have a time for two of you.
Yes.
And my biggest code when it comes to marriage is there's no sealer. The Bible says the two become one when they have sex. Once the sex dies, oneness is dented. Where is the oneness coming in?
Yeah.
The two become one when they have sex.
Yes.
Sex makes you two, one.
Yes.
So when it's broken, where is the connection going to be?
And then we are like, you know, ostriches, the way they
bury your head in the sand and leave everything out.
Leave everything out, thinking that if I'm too deep in prayer, I'm too deep in ministry, everything is going to work out in my
Who says there's a guy who told me, man, these things, so the girl was more of a prayer person, but the guy wasn't that much. The girl enters bed speaking in tongues. Where am I going to even touch? I feel like I am touching Jesus. You should know time for everything.
Yeah.
Intimacy is nurtured.
Yeah.
If you come to bed where you're speaking in tongues, thank you, Jesus. Where am I going to touch? I see like I'm touching Jesus. Yeah. There's time for everything. So, after you love yourself, you make it a lifestyle. The other thing is learn. Look for knowledge.
For information.
Look for information. There's so much information out there. Yes. There's a guy who say, me, I don't need to go to a therapist to teach me how to put the thing there. For him, his job is put it there. But there's a way you have to learn how to put it. Because it's a different thing for you to roll. It's another for you to understand this woman does not need to be rolled. Sometimes all a woman needs is to cuddle her, touch her clit a little bit, and kiss her passionately before everything. Not every time you wake up in the morning, enter. You go out, enter, out, enter, out. It becomes boring. Seek information. And see, women have information sometimes, but men don't seek information. So your marriage is dying, or your intimacy is dying, and your long life, there's always revival. There's a revival time. Think about all these things and know, you know what? I married this woman. By the way, women get it wrong. A man can love you, but never have time with you. He married you, put you home. And then you made a big scene out of yourself. You became a mother to him also. In the way you dress, the way you look. So every time he goes home, Mama Havana. Wake up, Dad.
Daddy, Tata.
There's nothing intimate. There's a session I was at, it's a conference for women, and I told all women, get your phones. Type a message. Just thank your husband. You know what, Daddy, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being a man. I wish you had stayed. I mean, there's so many moments you should have left, but thank you for staying. God bless you. I love you so much. All of them typed. They replied, the responses they had from their men. I don't have money. Are you okay? Was this meant for me? Like that. Because the only message they had there, come with milk. Pampers are over. We don't have food. Yaka is off. The water bills are here. The landlord called. There is nothing sexy. So intimacy dies because there is nothing sexy coming from you.
This girl is ready for you. I mean,
be crazy, be creative.
Someone else.
Whatever you can't do to him, someone else is doing.
Yes.
You can probably get a picture of him. His picture. At first, can't wait to eat his lips like nothing. Just be sexy, be creative. As my you walking on the streets, just be in church and tap his dick and say, "As my member." I mean, you're being creative, you're being playful. Be playful. Don't be like a headmaster, principal at school. The things you fear to do to your husband, another girl is busy doing the same things.
True.
Because you're trying to be holier than thou. Who told you? You can never be. Don't be holy in sex.
And then these church people, they will not tell the wife. I've been here long. I've been in church for, I don't know, ever since I was born. People fear. They don't talk about these things there. Here behind, like, you know, your friends will tell you. Like, you think your husband doesn't know these things, but they know, and they're inquisitive to know. And you're not giving them the things that they want.
You're joking, my sister. So, as we are looking for intimacy, after loving you, taking care of how you look, be creative and be spontaneous and be supportive.
I've heard you on one of the shows speaking about knowing someone's body. Like, not everyone is the same.
You see, when it comes to intimacy, everyone gives you a different thing. Like I said to men mostly, for us men, we are funny. God designed us like a ignition. You know how you light gas starts.
Yeah.
Women are not the same. And if you're a woman, you have a car here. You have a Toyota. If you've been in a Toyota for so long, you can even close your eyes and move everything, lights, you know where. But if you enter an Audi after a Toyota, perhaps they have to look for where the lights are. If you go to a Benz, you have to look for where is the light, where is the brake pad. It's down here now, it's no longer here. That's women. That's how women are. If I'm dealing with you sexually today, if I go to another person, I'm going to be different. Yes. You see, what makes you a star, mainly for men, is not sleeping around. Because some of the women who are sleeping with you, they want you, so they'll make the noise you want.
Yeah.
What makes you learn sex and become a star is getting this one person you're going to learn with and tell, you know what, Beatrice, how does it feel?
Yeah.
You see, learning a sexual code with women, it's basically, there's nothing that makes a woman so happy and sexy and horny like knowing their body, like knowing where to touch.
Yeah.
Those are men, when you tell them, touch me here, they will touch it until it becomes corrosive. There's a girl who told me, Brian, you need to be creative. If a girl tells you, touch me like this today, baby, tomorrow touch like that. Be creative. If you're asking the floor, ask her, how do you feel like this? As she's thinking about what you're doing. How about if I do this? Wait, go back the other. So you're engaging her. And so sexiness is, you're learning.
Yeah.
But don't ask like a fella. When you become a fella, start and then ask.
Yeah.
that's how we do it, because we need to have men of seriousness. Men have failed to understand that having your big size does not make you more intimate, does not make you very good in bed. Because I know women who come to Brian, the guy has a thing like that bottle there, very big, but I have never come. He can be on you for 3 hours. You dry, you bruise, you dry, you bruise, you come. Every time I have sex with this man, wounds. I bleed. Because the guy can be on you for 3 hours. You know what that means? And if some men are told, some young men, the longer you stay, the better. No. You need to learn the person. Because I can spend just 10 minutes with someone and you're like, whew, this is the best ever. So with women, earlier I said, it's not what you do. It's how you make them feel. If putting it deep inside her makes her feel good, that's okay, go do it. Technically, we need to just create a story. Even women, you need to communicate how you feel. Don't start lying to someone. Because you're lying. Feel, connect what you feel. Just understand, sex never ends. Sex is a continuous job. If we're talking about intimacy for long passions, you married 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. If you're going to be married for 2, 3, 5 years, what are you doing on someone's daughter for 3 hours?
I know.
This is your thing.
And then for us, it's for better, for worse. You really have to find information.
This is your thing. I tell people there's something I teach in my other sessions. It's called vagina whispering. Whisper to it. Like it loves suggestion, as if you're coming, as if you're not coming, as if you're there. Start your pussy. Me, I get it and look at it like this. As if, where is that? And I blow on it. Like, be playful. Be playful. Don't just be serious as if you become boring. That's it. You don't be boring. Just whisper to it. Suggest as if you're coming. You're going to attack. That thing there is like a road. Because women have a. You see, when we talk about intimacy, intimacy, I told you, for women, it's a place in their cycle. Previously on sex. There's a previously on sex.
We are going to be open because I know
when the previously on sex was, I never do so. I mean, there's a bad kisser. When the previously was like, he comes in 1 minute. The previously is like, 3 hours of thumping. It becomes boring for them.
Ban right there. We are married, and I'm talking to married people. So it is true to those who have been married. When you have good sex, I'm telling you, even the next day you're going to be still thinking about that sex. And you feel like, I cannot wait to go back home and just have this.
That's the previously. Yes. So the previously is bad. Problems.
Yeah.
A woman can be mad at you because they're not sexually active. They're not sexually enjoying. But my woman is tough. No, she's not tough. She has not come. She needs it. And some women don't communicate this. There's a woman who came out to Brian, I've been married for 12 years. I have 3 children. But I don't know anything about sex. Me just put it there. He enters, I get pregnant. You understand? Yeah. So it's supposed to be a growing thing. Women in marriage don't communicate. You also communicate. Tell him, you know, baby, relax. Right there. I mean, keep flow. But if you, some people with people who are headmasters, you can't say nothing. Brian, you can't tell my man, don't enter, don't do speed. How he wants it is up. Now you're there
like he's
as a man.
Dictator in the bedroom.
Yeah, he's dictator. Flip, chuka. Before you even enjoy it, like, put your legs apart. Before you even like feeling it is like, now, come. So it becomes like a thriller of stupidity.
Yes.
Communicate. Because sex, if you're married, is something you're going to do forever. Yes. What is the essence of you doing it for 6 hours? You're going to be with this person tomorrow. Leave some busyness, some kind of passion, some kind of feeling. She looks at you like, I mean, you just like looking funny. We play sometimes, me and my wife, we play funny thing. She can just randomly call me. Call me. Look. Me singer. I want to come back home. Just jokingly. Who think about that all day? Talk with a message. Nothing you're doing. You're just there. From Biraban and Mary. Again, we could down what I do worship music. Tuna kusinzanga Yesu. Notaka ko prayer warrior. Libasaba for 3 hours. Guy has entered the house.
Naye kenyini omusajja ayingidde ali mu ddirasa banasabira 3 hours. Like,
because you need to know when to do stuff. If you're going to retire, the mistake I also see, don't plan a day for sex. Someone is retiring to bed, you want to touch them. Midnight, you go tons of moose on but you're kicking the leg down. But one of you is tired.
Sure.
You came earlier, you started doing things that are not even that important. Let the babies go to the children, to the whoever. You can actually call daddy to the car. Before you close the car, the kids are inside. Mommy, I need to talk to you. I have some in the car. Have some everywhere. Now you don't plan for sex. It becomes like a chore. Switch off the light. Enter the bed now. When was the last time you walked naked in the house? You even fear because you don't. Sexiness is a state of mind, not what you have, but how you feel about it.
Okay. Bryan Ssemanda, I was somewhere at work and someone said a statement, and I was like, we've talked about men knowing the women's body, but also women have to know their husbands' bodies. People are complaining that their husbands' dicks are small. Is there anything, like she made a statement saying, know how to use it. Is there anything like that?
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe my thing is small. Maybe you also lose. Maybe your thing is also wide. Because you have to be on a relative basis. You see, like I tell people, the vagina is like a road. A trailer can go, a bus can move. Even you, a VT's person, you can also use the same road. But doesn't mean that because for you having a VT's, you won't enjoy the road. By nature, your body as a woman grows. Meanwhile, there's no size that will ever be enough for a man, for a woman. Men, there's no size that will ever be enough. Learn the body. There's no size. If you have this thing, it will enter. It will enter as long as she's wet and you proper. If you have this, it will enter. Learn the body first, because you see, as we are talking about this whole thing, there's so many mispreachings around there. Your dick size might change in style, in size, if you're regular with. This is a muscle; it grows. I have stuff that can help you make it a bit sizable, but not so big like as if a lion. I understand. No, lion has a small one, a horse. So it's understanding the body is very magical. See, when you are a woman and you feel like you don't feel him, look for a position where you're going to feel him. Tell him, baby, mission. If you lose and he asks, why are you doing missionary? Missionary makes you feel like, like it falls, like it becomes a whole mess. If you're wide and you feel like daddy has a small thing, missionary is very common. Leave it alone. But also communicate, because 70% of the vagina is just 1 inch or 2 sensitive. 1 inch or 2 in. That's the most sensitive part of the vagina. So why do you want me to have a whole long thing? Yet the biggest sensitivity is just here. That means we have to learn.
Thank you, our viewers, for watching, and thank you, Bryan, for coming around to talk about that patent topic. Mostly, for me, passion for church, in church. Thank you so much. We're going to have our last words. Could you please give us any last words, Bryan?
The biggest part about marriage and sex is understand the purpose why you're there. If you're married and you think not having sex is part of your purpose, you're in the wrong place. If you're married and you think your husband is not good enough for you, you're in the wrong place. And if you're a married man and you think young girls are better, don't let the girl go. Don't waste people's time. We are adults. So sex is passion and commitment. Sometimes passion, you just need to force yourself. Commit. You like a married Beatrice, I need to love her. Nothing more, nothing less. Wow. There will always be something better. So don't look at anything better. You saw them. Why didn't you marry them? You also saw me. Why did you marry me? So if you married me and you still feel like I'm not sexy again, then you're wrong. Go seek yourself before you even pray to God. Pray to God to help you understand that I am in the right marriage. Every marriage is right. We are the wrong people.
You've learned and picked a leaf here and there to make your marriage work. Sex is a very important factor, like the therapist has said. If you have any questions, his numbers are going to be on in the link below. Please meet him, address your issues. He'll help you. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, comment, like, share this video to help each other. Thank you. Bye.